It was such an unexpected journey, how God birthed this heart in me to want to impact others with what I had experienced. To have not only a business that impacts people with something that I really believe in, that I know is good for them, but also something that connects that with spiritual things and physical things around the world. In 2002, my wife Julie and I met these new friends in our small group at the Church of Brook Hills, Forrest and Mindy Walden. And we were both there when David Platt delivered that sermon that impacted him so deeply, that led him and others to start Never Thirst.
May God be gracious to us and bless us, and make his face to shine upon us, that your way may be known on earth, your saving power among all nations.
I just sat there that morning and reflected on my life and how much I had focused on the blessing, and it was time to connect that blessing to the purpose. I was in a small group and we started traveling the world, and we just all felt this wrestling about what are we called to do here. So we found ourselves in Sudan, and we were exposed to the water crisis. And it happened at a village in Wito. We went and we saw a pond that you nor your dog would drink out of in a million years. And we thought, man, we've seen water everywhere we've traveled. Could it be that simple? There was other organizations doing it and doing it really well. But the difference is we wanted to connect the church with water.
Had heard about some of the travel that he was doing because we, through small group and being involved, we knew about that. And so he asked me to accompany them in early 2009 to actually go and see what was happening in India. India was kind of new ground for Never Thirst. I don't think anything can prepare you for seeing it with your own eyes, feeling it, smelling it. So much of what I'd read about and seen in pictures became very real. We're about 45 minutes from the Nepali border in this tiny hotel about to go into the villages. I literally leave my hotel room and I look down the hallway and I see Forrest. It's before breakfast. Of course he's working out. And I walked down there and I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Come to my garage when we get home and I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm doing something new. We're working out in groups. You should try it."
I felt for sure God was calling me to go full-time with Never Thirst. Our board was being established, funding was coming in, projects were lining up, and yet God resurrected a desire in me to start another business.
We got home from the trip and I went over there, and I did not know what I had been invited to. I did not know what I was getting into. And the workout just destroyed me. But I didn't want to be beaten by this, and I was intrigued. It was this sense of belonging. We were all bonding through struggle. It was a community, it was a tribe. It was something that I had never experienced, and it set the platform to change my life. So next thing I know, we committed to the franchise process and went through due diligence, and in July of 2012, signed up not only just for one location in Nashville, but for 4.
When I started Iron Tribe in 2010, I said, well, I want to connect whatever I start with Never Thirst. And so from the day Iron Tribe was born, we established an annual workout that would be a fundraiser for Never Thirst.
Well, Iron Tribe athletes from around Birmingham gathered in Avondale Park this morning for the Workout for Water.
It's really humbling to consider that since we have now done different versions of the Workout for Water, not only in Birmingham where we're founded, but through franchise locations around the country, we've now raised millions of dollars for Never Thirst.
This was so exciting for me that from the very beginning, we could have something that was not just here to enrich us and our bodies and different things, but that we could give back and have kingdom impact. Then to have our team members, our coaches who went on trips to Cambodia, Nepal, other parts of the world to see it for themselves, and seeing there's hundreds of people in this village who have access to clean water and living water through the local church because of the generosity and the commitment of athletes in Nashville. It's life-changing physically because they're meeting a physical need, but what that is the open door for the local church to give them the good news of living water. So as I think about the impact that Workout for Water has had on me personally, on our business, and the small part we've been able to play over the last 10 years, I'm compelled to raise even more money than we ever have, to impact more people in villages than we ever have before through Workout for Water. We know that impact and what that will do in all of these villages through every single well around the world is going to have impact now physically, but spiritual and kingdom impact for eternity.